Guys, what's going on? Welcome back. We're just jumping it straight into it at this point in time. What is going on? We're here in a trade which I'll go in break down a little clearer because there's no markings on the chart right now, but this is part of exactly what the title of this video is called because the US dollar seems to be dropping heavily. Heavily. We're seeing on the news all of these advertisements, these promotions that billions of dollars is getting pumped into the US. But at the same time, look at Euro USD. This has been going up with correlation of what? It's Euro and USD. USD has not been outperforming the Euro in this case as the Euro has been rising. And we're in a trade on this. It's been sent over to the Discord. I'm going to show exactly what that trade looked like and the two previous trades took earlier within the last 12 hours. So by all means, this has to go in line with what I said about gold as well. Gold, last stream on Friday, we were talking about gold hitting 5,000. Where is gold now? 4,100. Sorry, my bad. 5,100. 5,170 right now. Sorry, it's at $5,076 right now. We were at earlier 5,100. Key moves. Gold is looking to continue to go up. As long as the US plans to keep giving out money and other countries like Canada continues to try to give out, I appreciate the like, and continues to try to keep sending out money to its citizens, as good as that may be to the citizen and they like that, it is not good to the health of the dollar. A big reason why the countries are doing this is to offset the emotional state of the fact that people can't find groceries, can't buy groceries. 6-7. But this is part of just what I'm explaining. Copper, silver, gold, all these things are going to keep rising, especially with the push of AI, how it's going. Let's take a look at silver. We're at 109. We're at 109. Earlier we had 112. What else do we have here? So I did take a trade over on this and it lost. A very, very stupid trade, but I thought there was going to be more pullback to this whole thing and that we would go a little bit lower before price getting on its highs. But Euro USD, we've seen a good setup for this just as we're breaking the highs, and so we took this trade. I'm going to get the exact setup information, that way we can just go through it. So let's go to Discord and most recent trade. So this is what I opened, or this is the opening trade. What are we risking on it? We're taking a very small risk, 0.14%, so not bad. And I've made a few updates from the last stream that we've seen. So it now tells what the current pip amount is at the time of the update. And there's some other new things, but we'll see those as we get to it. This, we have our risk. Our risk was not properly calculated when the trade was brought over past break even. So now that is completely fixed and adjusted. You'll see what that looks like when we do get to that situation. But yeah, we went from 0% risk, basically 100% risk, because we don't have a stop loss in, and our stop loss is right at the candle low. So let's just mark this in real quick if I can. Let's just copy and paste. So what it's for. We took an entry somewhere around there. I guess not around there. Stop loss 25.7 pips. Ticks. This will probably do this. 25.7 pips. And our target is looking about 3x. So we're going to target about 76 pips. 77 for certainties. Something like this. Risk 1 to gain 3, and we're almost there. We're about halfway there. So I can go through and just set this target in. Should we set the target and just let it run? For now, we're just letting this run. We have our stop loss in, so there's nothing to really worry about. You can see actually over there in the bottom left my actual position on this trade. Let's go into the two losers I had earlier. I took a trade on GU. I took this short, and this was not the accidental. This was the trade that I was expecting a little more downward move here. Like this. This was the setup. I was expecting more liquidity to be grabbed of this structural low and down to test through where we had our previous bearish candle, or bearish candle of the last swing. So I was looking to place the stop loss around, the target just around that area. Price had completely other plans. The USD decided it wanted to drop more at that moment, and so the trade went up to our stop loss. But nonetheless, it's all fine. We know probabilities, we know our numbers, unfazed. We had a situation before this where I was trading USD CAD, and wait, before I go there, pound JPY, pound USD. We see from where we're looking to take our entry was right around there. Stop loss around there. I think it was more like this, because I know we did come up close to the stop loss and then we went against it back towards profit, and then we came back up and hit the stop loss. So by all means, these are all influential areas, and this more so down here as well. Like, we have some very good structure, and this was the play that I was looking to make. USD obviously decided to take its own strength and push towards the upside. Now the other one that I was looking to take the trade on, and so pound USD, we're in this trade before the close for about 9 hours and 40 minutes. Next, USD Canadian, we took a 15 pips stop loss on this, and our stop loss was just about what we have now, 0.13%. This was the setup before the stop loss, and so we took it, given that we were rejecting that liquidity area, the 127 level, the 161 level, stop loss on the other side of that zone. Were we completely wrong? I'm going to say yes, because our stop loss was hit. But the trend did ultimately end up going back into this direction like we anticipated. It came up maybe for a double top, was it? 15-minute time frame. Look at that. Crusher. Let's go to the 15-minute and see what was happening. So I took my trade right here, exited at 98.1. I think it's somewhere around here. $98.1. That can't be right. What do I have off? Entry was here. See if I can't find this place. I don't think the entry was here. I can match it by time. This was at about 8 a.m., which was just about an hour ago. So yeah, this can't be right. USD. Am I on the right pair? Like, what's going on right now? Why do I have such different prices? Like, you know what? I think I'm on the wrong thing. Because normally I just use the MT5 for my analysis, like if I'm not on this. See, the day starts, we trickle down. I just want to locate this entry. 82.8. Yeah, these are different market structures. When was the trade placed? Trade is placed at 4 a.m., which is 5 hours ago. That doesn't make any sense to me. But regardless, the trade ended up being a loss, and price did end up falling through towards the bottom. So we're a little late on, or a little early on that whole process. But nonetheless, we're still in this trade, and we're looking to carry this up. We could even target 4R. That would bring us right back to profitability. I think this is where I'll put my target. And obviously we'll just continue to monitor the trade as we push through. So let's just update this now, and then we can check it out in the Discord. I think that was 1.2014. All those notifications coming through. All those notifications. But there we go. We see we're in this current trade for 2 hours and 30 minutes. We're up 29.4 pips at the current moment. And we have risk 1 to gain 4.03 is what it shows. So not bad. I wish I would have to zoom out a little to get a better view of the target there, but this is ultimately what we have for our setup. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, gold, copper, silver, these things are all worth buying, all for the next. Obviously, you want to do an update every now and then. But while things are currently the way they are, for the next 3 years until 2030, these things should increase. Obviously, factors can change if a new, better metal was found, whatever the case. Things change, things dynamic. And so we should be aware of these things. But gold outperformed Bitcoin. Very important to notice. Silver might have also outperformed Bitcoin last year. These are just things that I'm keeping my eye on, and the fact that these AI chips are being produced heavily. And you can look into that. Wait a second. That thing didn't even work. Oh, is that a notification? But yeah, nonetheless, we're just going to keep waiting on this trade. I'm not going to take up all your time for the rest of the day just to show you this. I'm not coming on stream to just place trades and things just like this. I'm going to show you what's going on, why I took the trades that I took, and how these trades end up turning out. Gold was pretty good. A lot of those other trades were pretty good. It's just the important things which I hope you get to see. The fact that we're risking less to gain more. The fact that I'm not brooding over my losses. I do not care. I'm just here to take trades and see what the result is. Trade my plan. We're up, what, 22 pips at the moment? $22 pips. I don't know how long this opportunity is going to take. We obviously have a stop loss. So we're up more than 1 hour actually. I think what I'm going to do is someone else came in here and said that same thing. I appreciate it though. I might just give it a try. I'd be trying a whole bunch of different things. Even though you may not see it just because it's on such a wide scale. Appreciate it. I did it myself. But one of the new features I think that can be added to this is alongside current P&L, I can have the risk to reward value. So that way we can determine, like it is now, that we are currently more than 1 hour in profit because we had a risk of 25.7 pips and we're up this at the moment. But it's just a small trade, and we're just looking to see what the result will be by the end of it. Will it be profitable? How will we manage our trade? How will we be able to manage our trade? And all that shebang. But like I said, I'm not going to take up all your time for this day. If you do want to learn how I am trading and how I am taking these opportunities, there is a free course, an initiate package available on the website. The link is literally down below. And then if you become serious, if it's something you actually want to make money with, you want to dive headfirst in, none of that, ooh, let me step my foot in, none of that soft stuff. But if you really want to make money from the market, I've made it accessible. Check it out. It's $9. If you can't do that, you probably can't do much else. But that being said, I thank you all for tuning in. You guys on TikTok, you guys on YouTube. And I'll catch you in the next stream. Like I said, buy gold. Don't take my advice. Let me say that. Don't take my advice. I have a lot of haters who say I don't give good advice. But as we see of the results, gold is going up, copper, silver, all these commodities are going up. The governments, like the US, is printing cash, which is not good for the people. I'll catch you in the next stream.